All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Israelites. We come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. And we always give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hawakapadash.
We also give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, who our Heavenly Father has poured His Spirit on to teach us this glorious gospel in this fine hour. And Shalom to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing this truth across the four winds with all fear and trembling, making the calling elections assured by abounding His labor love. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right?
Shalom.
And we out here in the wilderness, you know, practicing being off the grid. And off the grid don't necessarily mean you're going to be in the sticks. Off the grid just basically means you're going to be disconnected from society. All right? You're not going to be able to do business and commerce. You're not going to even be able to walk up and down the street because they're going to have facial recognitions. And anybody who doesn't have a radio frequency identification chip implanted in them, all right, you're going to be deemed a terrorist because you didn't conform to the new laws, all right, that they're going to usher in, all right? It's going to be a reboot in America, and it's just not going to be a reboot on the money system. It's going to be a reboot on various laws. Your civil liberties that you think you have, they're going to be snatched from you. All right, this is going to be a totalitarian society governed by draconian laws, okay? So, hey, when you come out here, all right, and you see it's just nothing but nature out here, all right? Man, it's something simple as learn to take a shit. Hey, that's something we take for granted. Going on those porcelain toilets, sitting down, reading a book while you shitting. We take that shit for granted. Try to take a shit out here. Is it easy, Akim? It's not. Just basic shit. We take it for granted. Okay? So when we're off the grid, that means you have to have the utmost faith that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to supply all of your needs. All right? A lot of us brothers have children. A lot of brothers have wives. Okay? And guess what? They're not rocking on the vibration that we're walking off when it comes to faith because the Most High didn't impart to females to get knowledge or wisdom anyway. Okay? So when they look at us, brothers, they're going to get their strength from looking at how we handle ourselves. Okay? You got a precept?
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to get that Matthew 24 and 15.
All right, this is Nehemiah 9 and 24.
And break it down, all right?
It says, yea, 40 years did thou sustain them in the wilderness, so that they lack nothing. Their clothes wax not old, and their feet swell not. So 40 years, 40 years that the children of Israel was in the wilderness, and they lack nothing. You see what I'm saying? The Lord sustained them. All right, their clothes didn't get old, neither did their feet swell, because what? They was on the move.
That's right.
All right, they was on the move, just like, hey, in the times to come. When you see the abomination of desolation, hey, we're going to be on the move, man. But, some brothers might be in the sticks. Some brothers might not be in the sticks, man. But although, hey, look, we're going back to that brother's dream that he had, man.
He wasn't in the sticks.
He wasn't in the sticks. You know what I'm saying?
He ended up going to the sticks.
Right.
But, the vast part of his battle, he wasn't in the sticks.
But, hey, with the like,
but he was off the grid.
And the Lord sustained him.
And the Lord
that's what he said. He said the Lord sustained us the whole time. I didn't do all of this, fasting and videos and, going out in the highways and whatnot for no reason, man. And that's what we want. That's what we want from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You sow sparingly, you shall reap sparingly. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you got to make sure you got to give in the, what it say? The election, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. You got it.
God. This Matthew 24.
No, don't hold that. Let him get his precept.
All right, this is Exodus 13 and 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night.
That's what he did for our ancestors, and we were in that number. We understand being back in the flesh, all right? But they got off the grid because all that generation knew was Egypt, working for Egypt, Pharaoh giving them their water, giving them their surplus, whatever they needed. All right? So just imagine you were used to going to storehouses. You used to
conveniently having everything.
Conveniently going, and then the Lord send you out in the fucking desert, the literal desert. All right? When they left out of Egypt, they went in the wilderness. All right? And guess what? The brother just brought out the scripture. Their clothes didn't get weak. They were not malnourished. All right? They had Yahweh Shai. He was in that cloud. Yahweh Shai was in that rock that gave them water. All right? They had Yahweh Shai comforting them, taking care of him. He was the light by night and the cloud by day. all right? And he's going to be just like he comforted them and took care of them, all right? That's what he's going to do as service. But when you go to somebody, but they didn't have faith, all right? And it also tells you that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua was angry at them. Get 2 Corinthians 10. Make your point.
Hey, listen, and you got to think about it too. You know, it's safe to say that Jake was having babies.
Yeah,
Jake was
yeah,
having
easily.
babies. Jake was
Yes,
having babies.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How did they have a new generation?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look all that. Look all what it took. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so and that's what. And you had wicked. You had the wicked amongst them. Wicked 2/3 amongst them. You see what I'm saying?
God.
And then the Lord did that for them. How much more so the men that the remnant? You know, the remnant is going to be taken care of, like for sure. But you're going to have the scares. You're going to go through certain things to see that the Lord is going to put you through certain things for you to do what? Trust in Him. All right, go ahead.
Bring out that 2 Corinthians 10.
10 from the top.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 10. Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach, who in presence and base among
Get 1 Corinthians 10.
Talking about pass through the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because
Bring
that's
it
what
out.
we want.
Bring it out.
1 Corinthians 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
All right. Now let's see. Was the Lord happy about all of them that passed through the sea and went through the clouds? All right. Even though He was nurturing them, taking care of them, and dealing with them. Bring it out.
And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
All right. They got that law. They got that blessed covenant. Bring it out.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
And who is that spiritual meat? Keep reading.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Come on.
For they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them.
And who was that?
And that rock was Hamashiach.
All right. But how did He feel about them? Keep reading.
But with many of them, Yahweh was not well pleased.
He was not well pleased. All right. This time, the people that are going to be delivered, the people that are going to go through the second Egypt, He's going to be well pleased with them.
That's right.
All right. Because He showed them all those miraculous miracles. All right. And what did they do? All they did was murmur and complain the whole fucking time. All it would have took, and we always said, all it would have took for a normal person was to see a fucking sea spread apart and then in dry ground so you could walk through and see your enemies get drowned in there. That should have been it. It shouldn't have been no more questioning Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. But guess what they did? Hey, none of those miracles did nothing for them. Okay?
It's rebellious as fuck.
And they were off grid. They were so fucked up that they said, let's go back to Egypt. See what we're doing, and we're not living a life of a doomsday prepper. It's just that when you get off a grid, there's certain things, certain skills you have to harness. When you're occupied in prophecy, all right, and you know that you're not going to be able to go to Walmart and certain things, and us thinking like men that are reading the scriptures, it would be more expedient to get away from those cities, right? All right? But that's not going to be every brother's lot. That's not going to be every brother's lot. All right? But a lot of us live close to rural areas anyway, okay? And it's certain things, certain skills that you want to harness, okay? That's what wisdom. Wisdom is, hey, let me tell you what wisdom is vast. Knowledge is vast. Learning how to till the ground, learn the herbs, you know what I'm saying? What else? Learn how to
make a knot, brother.
Yeah, make a knot, filter water. All right, all that goes into knowledge and wisdom, man. All right, what you about to say, bro?
I was gonna touch on how you said that our people are unfaithful and the Lord took care of them, and after they saw the Red Sea get split open, that should have convinced them that this is the guy that we need to stick with and fear. It's actually gonna happen again after the Lord returns. And He demolishes those people in Armageddon. He's going to send out the Edomites that's in power and to bring all the Israelites to Him, wherever we got that satellite base set up. And everybody that come is not going to be in the rulership mind, and even after they see Him come and destroy the place, they still going to be unbelievers.
Exodus 20 chapter.
I got the one in 2nd Ezra.
All right, bring it up.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 13. I'm going to start at 12. Afterwards saw
No, Ezekiel 20. Somebody get Ezekiel 20. Get Ezekiel 20.
And I got a precept to back you up, though.
All right. You bring out your precept and break it down, all right?
Afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain, talking about Yahushua coming off the fathership, and called unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awakened. So some of these Israelites, even after they witness the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they still going to be unbelievers. They, even if they're not unbelievers, they just not going to agree with the doctrine and the way of life and the way that we live. You know what I'm saying? In that old path. And they're ultimately going to, according to Luke, 19-27, bring him hither before me. That's happening in second Ezra 13 when he say, bring him hither before me and slay them. Those are Israelites, man.
Right, because you're going to have that one guy that's going to, when they speak about it, Matthew the 22nd chapter, it was saying that how did he get in here without a garment? It represents a lot, a lot. You're going to have that don't have that garment, but you know what? They're going to be slaves, right? Because they didn't want Yahweh to reign over them.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, what the hell do you want? You want to know the hell?
Yeah, bring it on.
All right. This Sirach 1:19. It says, wisdom reigneth down skill, and knowledge of understanding, and exalteth them to honor that hold her fast. All right. And backing up what the elder said on having wisdom. All right. And how you got to use wisdom to know how to live off the grid. All right. And like I said, wisdom reigneth down skill, and that's what we doing. We rehearsing the righteous acts. We being prudent, and taking advantage of this grace period before hell break loose, so we can get used to it, adapt to it as much as possible. Like the Proverbs say, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, and that's what we doing through this wisdom. You got it.
All right, let's go. And this precept go hand in hand with the brother brought out in second Ezra. Bring it out. This is what's going to be going on. You still going to have rebels amongst us, all right? You still going to, like the brother say, you're going to see brothers, Israelites that see all these magnificent things that happen, and they're still going to don't believe, all right? Bring it out.
It's Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
All right. Now, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to get all Israelites. It don't matter how you look. All right. If you look like another nation, what are the angels going to do?
Separate you.
They're going to separate
and
the sheep from the goats, the wheat from the tares. Bring it out.
And it reads, it says, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm.
That mighty hand, I mean, what he got to do to the people that have us in derision, the people whose lands we were scattered to. He got to smite their asses. He got to judge their asses. That mighty hand, I mean, he's going to have to take down their armies.
That's right.
All right, bring it out.
And it reads, and with fury poured out.
Come on.
Verse 35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
That's that satellite camp the brother talking about, that spiritual satellite camp, where he going to get all the nation of Israel before him. All right, goes hand in hand with Luke 19:27. Bring it out.
And there will I plead with you face to face.
All right, he ain't going to be pleading. Please believe. Please believe. That word plead goes into judge. He going to judge your ass face to face.
That's right.
All right? He ain't going to, when our great king come back, he ain't pleading with nobody. He's laying down law.
Yeah.
All right?
He already talked.
Yeah, he's coming to put forth his authority in the planet Earth to let you know I have the dominion. All right? He's coming to spread himself like a Green Bay tree.
To show him that we the authority.
All right? That's right. That's right. Inside a card, all right?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness.
What that brother say? They supposed to get under us.
Yeah. We the authority.
We the authority. Everything in here supposed to submit to us. Nah, brother, wait. It ain't the time. It ain't the time. Hey, what that boy said on Tombstone? It ain't the time. It ain't the time, Johnny Ringo. Wait. This ain't the time. We got to wait ye up on the Lord. Bring it out.
Kind. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt.
All right. Now, when he pleaded with our fathers in the wilderness, what he ended up doing to them? He ended up killing their asses.
That's right, bro.
All right. So that pleading ain't talking about him begging them to do something. Look, you don't want to do what I'm telling you. food. You told me you was hungry. What I did, I seen you quail. You told me you was thirsty. What did I do? I gave you water out of a rock. Look what the brother brought up. You didn't need no clothes because I kept them clean and sturdy the whole time I was with you. All right. So what does that plead mean? He said, look, none of y'all going into the land of milk and honey, man. Bring it out.
It says, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord Yahweh.
I will judge your asses. Bring it out.
Verse 37, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
All right. That new covenant. And you're going to either get down or lay down. All right. You're going to either submit or get killed. All right. When he pass you under that rod, all right, he's going to see if you're worthy to enter into the kingdom of heaven with the saints, man. All right. And what he going to do?
And it reads, it says 38, and I will purge out from among you
the
rebels.
Rebels are amongst us, man. We have rebels all throughout the nation of Israel. Okay? All right? Bring out your precept, and then I want you to bring out that Matthew.
And this is a precept just to go into that word plead and how he going to plead with us, with the nation the second time. This is Isaiah 66:16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's right.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
That's right. So what he's going to do with all flesh, he's going to judge all flesh. Interchange that word plead with judge. Okay?
They got the word slain right in there.
Yeah. That's right. Get that Matthew 24.
This Matthew 24:15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation.
When we see the Romans coming to a neighborhood near you, all right, when you see Gurga troopers coming in the neighborhood near you, MRAPs, tanks, Apache helicopters, robots, you know, what you supposed to do?
Spoken of by Daniel the prophet.
Come on. Everything's a rerun. That happened in ancient time past in Jerusalem. All right, it's going to happen with Jerusalem again. Bring it out.
Stand in the holy place.
And Jerusalem is the people. All right, the holy place, is the people. Okay, over here in Babylon, Jerusalem is where the Israelites dwell. The Israelites. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Bring it out.
God. Whoso readeth, let him understand.
All right. Only the prophets are going to understand. He reveals those secrets to his servants, the prophets. Bring it out.
Verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
All right. Flee into the mountains means get the fuck off the grid. Because they coming in and force a chip on you. All right. The MOTB. So before you take the MOTB, get the fuck. Head for the hills. All right. And head for the hills do not mean you're going to be in the woods like us right now. Head for the hills just mean you're going to be off the grid.
Move around.
Just get the fuck. You're not going to be able to live how you were living. You're not going to be able to go to Walmart. You're not going to be able to go to Kroger's. All right?
You're able to get maxi pads.
You're going to have faith in me. All right? Your tribulation could be in the city. All right? Fleeing to the mountains just means you're disconnecting from society completely. And you're falling in the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
And look, if I might add on that part, you got to realize this too. The Bible is written to the elect, and it's written by the elect, and it's written for the elect. So they're talking to the church, because it's going to have a lot of people that's going to disconnect from society that's not going to make it. And I got a quick precept. 2 Ezra 15 and 57. Thy children, hold on, wait, that's not the one. All right, yeah, this is 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood.
And that's a lot of Christians. A lot of Christians, they are accurate when they go into the MOTB, all right? So they know they're going to have to get off the grid, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? They're going to be calling on who?
Jesus Christ.
And what can he do for them?
Nothing.
And what Judges 10 and 14 say? Call on to your judge. Hey, call on to your God. See if they can deliver you.
Yeah.
All right? And what's going to happen when that famine come? What is that going to happen to them?
Oh, I'm gonna go up a verse just to get it raw. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thy shall fall through the sword.
All right, when those Gurga troopers come on the motherfuckers, hey, they ain't gonna only kill them. They're gonna rape them before they kill them, and they're gonna kill the little children. When the famine come, they're not gonna have no covering. All right,
yeah.
They're not gonna have a covering. Give me you don't have none, right?
Yeah, I got a precept.
All right,
I'll get you one.
Get Psalms 57 and 1. All right, you keep reading what you got.
Okay. And all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Come on.
They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger.
All right, those that out here in the wilderness. All right. If you don't have your high by Shema Shai with you, guess what? You can come out here and doomsday prep all the fuck you want.
If you're not a servant of the Lord.
Hey, if the Lord is not with you, hey, little one, get Psalms 127:1. Y'all start reading too. Psalms 127:1. The Lord not with you, you're wasting your fucking time. It don't matter where you are. Okay? Keep reading, brother.
Right. And eat their own flesh.
And eat their own flesh. That means they're going to turn into cannibals. If you're not with your Habba Shema Shai, you will resort to cannibalism in the coming days. All right?
And their own flesh going to the fruit of their body, their children.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
You want to eat your own children. Okay? And these is people, we talking about people that's not going to take the MOTB. All right? Because this is what you got to understand. You're going to have people that don't take the MOTB, but guess what they conform to?
Christianity.
The beast. They conform to that beast system. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to get the chip. You still just going to be thinking the philosophies of the beast.
Trust them.
All right, bring out that Psalms 127:1.
It's Psalms 127:1.
Bring it out.
They labor in vain that build it, except the
Start,
Lord.
start from the top. Start again.
A song of degrees for Solomon.
All right. Keep reading.
Except the Lord build the house.
Except the Lord build the house. You must have started in the middle of the sentence. Golly. Except the Lord build the house. What?
They labor in vain.
All right. So you could come out here and say you're going to be off the grid and you're going to doomsday prep and you're not going to conform to the government. If the Lord ain't with you, you're doing it in vain. Bring it up.
That build it, except the Lord. Keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain.
All right. If you watching the city, all right, you on your watchtower. If the Lord ain't with you, you're watching in vain. When the Greeks came into town and the Persian was on the watchtower, what were the Persians doing? Watching in vain. The Lord was with the Greeks. When they was building their battering rams and all that to fight the Greeks, the Persians was doing it in vain because guess who the Lord was with? He was with the Greeks. You see? You can do whatever the fuck you want. Build your army. Get you a great sword. Stockpile food, water for years. If the Lord not with you, you can fuck. You're done. Okay? You got it, right?
I got that Psalms 57 if you still on.
Yeah, bring it out.
All right. It's Psalms 57:1 to the chief musician Atashaf McTam of David
Come on.
when he fled from Saul in the cave.
Yeah.
Be merciful unto me, O Yahweh Shema Shah. Be merciful unto me.
All right. David had an insurrection against him. He had the whole Israelite army, the greatest army on the earth at that time. All right. Revolutionized archers, men that could throw a stone and hit you. You know, this was the Israelite army coming after their brother. Man, Saul was a warrior, man. All right. Jonathan was warriors. All right. And all of them was coming. Jonathan was trying to kill a brother, but he had that army coming behind him trying to kill him. And let's see what King David did.
God. And it reads, for my soul trusteth in thee.
Come on.
Yea, in the shadow.
And King David was off grid. He could not go in no city in Jerusalem and buy nothing. That brother was in a cave, man. So he was getting fed by Yahweh Shema Shai. That brother could not go in the city and do anything because he was public enemy number one. And Saul put a hit out of him. The president of Israel said, if anybody is caught aiding or abiding this guy, you're going to get put to death and your family's going to get put to death. This is a wanted man. He's an enemy of the state. So that was an insurrection against King David. Bring it out, bro.
God. For my soul trusteth in thee.
Come on.
Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge.
Come on.
Until these calamities be overpassed.
Until these calamities be overpassed. So Yahweh Shema Shai got to be with you when these calamities come. If he's not with you, these calamities are not going to overpass you. You're going to get caught up in the rapture. And we ain't talking about the rapture as the Christians teach. Because all of them are going to feel the lashing of Yahweh Shema Shai's sword. All right, now get that Matthew 24. You got a precept?
Yeah. This is First Maccabees 2, and I'm gonna start at 27. It says, Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, "Whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me." So he and his sons fled to the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there.
They went off the grid.
Look, check it out. Both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increase sore upon them. All right, and that's going to be the same thing that's coming, you know, in these coming months, man. All right, that this devil going to come down with great wrath, man. All right, we're going to have to do what? Get off the grid, man.
And break down how they left everything they had in the city.
Like, yeah.
Just think about that, man.
Yeah.
All your furniture, your refrigerators,
your most prized possessions,
your bank account, you know,
Yep.
what?
I said jury.
Your yeah, just all of your stuff. Just imagine one day, you got some husbands that have done that. One day, they just left their family and never was seen again.
Hey, look,
just
look,
left
what-
everything.
What was that movie? Hey, tell your mother I'm
I'm never coming back home.
Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Come.
All them nights, I think.
All the life, yeah. Hey
Yep.
man, that's what the elect is gonna do. The elect is gonna lead back everything.
Yep.
What Paul said, I counted everything I achieved in this world dung. World dung.
To gain Hamashiach.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why it says, "Go not down to your houses, man." All right, and think not what think not of what you shall eat or what you shall drink. You know, think not of your what you shall wear, bro.
That's a lot of faith, bro.
And a whole bunch of it.
That's you need a quadruple dose of faith to get through Jacob's trouble, man.
That's right, bro.
All right, keep reading that Matthew 24, bro.
Matthew 24:17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything
See?
out of his house.
Same thing that brother just bought out, man. Don't go back, oh man, I left my computer. I got to get my iPad.
Yeah.
Oh man, nah.
God.
Hey man, I got to go get an overcoat. It's cold out here.
Mm-hmm.
No, get the fuck.
Yup.
The Romans are coming. The Romans are coming.
Yup.
They know they have but a short time. All right? That means, hey, that scripture is basically saying, get the fuck off the grid. Get rid of your electronic devices. They're nothing more than tracking devices.
Yup.
Get rid of all that shit. Hey, look, come on. Follow me. Follow me. And then the only way you can follow him is you had to have built up that relationship with him, and you hear that voice.
To trust,
Yeah,
you know, because you're not gonna select it, brother.
you got it.
Because you know Jake got Jake take real precautions before they even buy anything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you're in the wilderness with you in the wilderness with this devil behind you. You know what I'm saying? You have to really be built up on your most holy faith to just move with subconsciously in the spirit of the Lord, man. All right, and that's gonna be happening on this side. You know, you're gonna be getting built up, and your relationship with the Lord is what's gonna carry you through, you know, Jacob's trouble, man. Because wisdom and knowledge says it's the stability of our time, but that wisdom and knowledge also goes into the relationship. God damn.
What happened?